Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome to my craft room. Happy Saturday. We are going to do a cute little craft today, and it is going to be, we're going to need, I'm going to be using one of these 12-inch rounds from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to be using all flowers from the Dollar Tree except for lamb's ear, but all these have come from the Dollar Tree or Dollar General. I can't say positively, but either Dollar General or Dollar Tree. It's the only really place I get my flowers. But I'm going to start getting my flower stems at Walmart because they're 97 cents. Not the lamb's ear, but I mean, like a little bouquet of this would be like 97 cents a stem. So it's cheaper, actually. So we're going to be needing some flowers. Any flowers will do year-round. You can also use like the ones that they are putting out with the summer stuff. You could use the back of one of those. I did cut out Be Kind words with my Cricut. I'm going to be just using some Waverly Antique Wax and some yellow paint. And we're just going to hop right into this. Grab yourself a cold drink. I have sweet tea, and I also have a hot coffee with a straw, just because it's easier to drink. It's really not that hot now. And it's delicious. So let's get crafting. I hope everybody's Saturday is going well. I was up early this morning doing some errands and got it all done. So excited. My sister is coming for a vacation soon. Alright, so I'm just going to cut my jute hanger off, and we'll put it probably back on, but for right now we don't need that. So we'll put that aside, and then I am going to tape off. I'm just going to take my sign and put it upright. Excuse me. And I'm going to take a big wide piece of painter's tape from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to put it right down the middle. Just like that. I'll show you. Stuck to my paper. Just like that. Just going to make it like that. And I'm trying to decide if I want to paint first or stain first. You know what? I'm going to move that down just a tad because that is so wide. I'm going to do my stain first, and then I can paint over that if I need to. Trying to get these two holes at the top straight. And so I want to do stain on a good half of that. So let's move our tape line. I don't know if I did anything there, but let me just put these around the edges so it doesn't stick. And then I'm just going to spray my wood with a little bit of water. That's all that this is inside. And that's just to give it, I don't want to spray everything on my table here. That is just to dampen the wood so it takes my, and then I'll wipe it a little bit so it's not soaking wet. And what that does is, oh my goodness, I don't know what was on that rag, but I just smeared it all over the wood. Alright, that won't be bothersome though. And so wetting the wood helps your Waverly Antique Wax stain, or wax is what it is. It helps it spread thinner, and also not just thinner, it helps it spread easier, so you don't have to use as much. I hope that made sense. So I'm just gonna stain half of it with the wax. And if you don't want to wet it, by all means, you don't need to. I think sometimes that it is not only easier to spread, but it's a little cost effective too, because you don't have to use quite as much. So that helps save a little bit there on your Waverly wax. You need just a little bit more. And I love getting my edges really dark because that makes it outlined. I like that look. So I like to come in from the outside edges especially. And then I'll go back and just kind of go with the grain, you know, of the wood. So satisfying. I love having a paintbrush in my hand, although not a house roller. I'm painting my house. Actually, I just finished painting my brick, and Christine said she would be interested. Christine is a subscriber on here. Hey, Christine. And she said she would be interested in seeing it, so I am putting together a little video. It won't have any talking or anything, I don't think, on it, but I am putting some still pictures together so that you can just see the process that I did. Alright, so this is what we have so far, and I'm just going to rub off any excess with my paper towel. That kind of is like the wax on, wax off kind of thing. Just kind of really, for one thing, it dries it quicker, but then it really shows up the wood. I love how that looks. We will give it a little quick air dry with the heat gun, but I will do that off camera. And then I'm going to come back and paint this bottom side with the apple barrel. It's just yellow. That's it, yellow. Okay, so now that that is dry, I am going to take the tape off, move it. Looks like a black and white cookie. And then I'm gonna put this onto our stained side. I'm just gonna follow the line here, and then we're gonna put paint down right over there. Whoop. Just trying to follow my line, the original line there. Press that down really, really good so that it doesn't bleed. And another good trick to do it, to make sure that your surface doesn't bleed under the tape, is a little bit of Mod Podge. But I'm not going to do it. But it is a good trick. It really is. It is a good trick. But I'm not going to take the time right now to do that. But if you really, really, like if you are painting something that's going to have words in it, that's a really good trick, you know, so that your words don't bleed. Put Mod Podge underneath that first. I just want to squirt. This is old. I've been shaking it good, but this is an old thing of paint. So I just want to make sure that it's going to be okay before I put it on my, oh yeah, that's going to be fine. Okay, we'll start with that. And I'm just going to start painting this on. Oh, I need a good brush. How about this one? Maybe bigger. Maybe bigger. Bigger. I guess I don't have bigger. I mean, I do, but it's really not a better brush. So I'm just gonna so sorry. I'm just going to, I don't like that brush. I'm going to just go small. I'm going to go smaller. I'm not prepared today. I don't know why. I thought I had everything I needed. I just assume when I sit here that I have all my paintbrushes handy. I actually have thrown some out lately, and I really need to stock up on some new ones. That's really what I need, is some new paintbrushes. So I'm just going to paint this. It looks like we're going to probably need to have a couple of coats to cover it. And that's all we're going to do here, is put some yellow on the bottom. Okay, now that we did 2 coats of yellow paint, it's actually not quite dry, but I'm going to give you a look. And so this is the top. So we'll go like that. Okay, let's move this out of the way because that has some wet paint. I'm just gonna, there's one little corner here that just needs a tiny bit. Alright, and then we're going to put our words on. The words are going to be kind, and also we're going to put maybe some bees from this Dollar Tree wall. What do they call them? They just call them wall decorators. This is the Be Happy one. The peel and stick stickers that they sell. They have a whole selection of them. And I thought a couple of bees on this would be adorable. So that's pretty good. Just wanted to get this little corner over here. Alright, now we're going to put our paintbrushes in some water before we forget, because that's why I've had to throw out a few paintbrushes lately. I don't like doing that. Some of my paintbrushes I pay good money for. And some of them I just get at the Dollar Tree, and those are usually my favorites. Okay, so I cut out the word be kind. You could write, I almost wrote be well because this will be going to the doctor's office. So I almost wrote be well, but I wanted to incorporate the bees more, and so I wrote be kind because that's good too, right? So I have my be kind cut out with Dollar Tree vinyl, and I cut this on my Cricut under the washi sheet setting, and I have for transfer tape I'm using press and seal. That is the best with the Dollar Tree vinyl, I find. Anything else is too sticky. So now I'm just going to take, very carefully, I'm going to take my paper off of my design. And I say very carefully because the kind word is in cursive and it is thin, thin, thin. Okay. I'll show you what I have here. Now my be kind is all just on my transfer tape. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to be putting mine like that. Just about right on the bottom half here. Okay, I'm committing. I hope it's, oh, it's a little crooked, but I think it's too late. Let me see, I think it's too late. We might be lucky. I might be able to move it. Oh, make sure your 2 holes at the top are correct. I'm sorry. Alright, so I do it in front of you so that I can make the mistakes, and then you don't have to. Right? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. do a little bit more. Alright, I think that's straight. A little bit hard to tell. So I'm just going to use my Dollar Tree scraper, craft scraper, and rub right over the letters once I get it where I want it. And I'm going to rub my finger over it too, just so I can feel and know that it's down. Especially over these little cursive, little teeny weeny, the little dot on the eye and all that, the little tails. I want to make sure that is down really well. And now I'm just going to take off my peel and stick, which we used as a transfer tape, which I find is amazing for that. And here we have, pretty straight, Be Kind. All right, now the fun part begins. Let's turn the Ryobi glue gun on, and I am just going to start by putting my sunflowers on first. I only had 2 sunflowers in my stash today, so I thought that we would use those up in this project. Then we have an excuse to buy another batch. Okay, not that we need an excuse. Alright, so I thought I would put a couple of my sunflowers on first. Actually, that's still too big of a bump. We're going to have to cut that down a little lower. Get that wire behind that flower more flat. There. See, I'm just cutting this big stick sticking out on the back. I gotta cut that off. We don't need that on there. That is in the way. Oh. So I'm gonna just do that to both of them, and then I'll just glue those leaves that came with it right back on underneath it, you know what I mean? Okay, so I'm just gonna put a couple of my sunflowers down, and then I'm gonna be like putting these things like out to the sides. That was my vision for this. What do you think? So let's do that. Let's just put them right down, right? Oh, you know what? I was gonna put this on first. I don't know if it'll show. We might not need those. Little leaves. The little leaves that came with it, but we'll put it back on. Alright, whoop. So I'm gonna put one here. The little fuzzy from inside the center of the sunflower is shedding all over my yellow paint. Okay, now I'm just going to cut some of these. I don't have any idea what these are. But, I mean, flower-wise, you know what I mean? They're like, I don't know what they are. I really don't. But they're kind of cool. So I'm just going to push them up on their stem a little bit more. And I'm just going to be sticking these like, I don't know, on the sides. I don't do well with flower arranging. My mother could do a great job at that, but I just didn't get that gift. A flower arranging from my mom. Both my parents were very crafty though. Very crafty. I don't want that quite like that. Alright, so I'm just gonna probably cut these, but let me pretend I'm sticking them in. Yeah. Alright, let's cut them a little bit shorter. Put a little bit of glue on that. Both my parents were very crafty and actually had an arts and crafts store in Derry, New Hampshire. years and years ago when I was just a child. Back in the day when I was just a child. I'm just going to cut this one a little bit shorter. Do the same thing. Just a little bit of glue. And I'm just going to stick that one in behind it as well. Hold those down. So far, so good. And then I'm going to give this a little lamb's ear too. It needs a little lamb's ear. I like lamb's ear with sunflowers. Let's see if we stick this one. Cut off the excess stick here that is empty. If we stick that down in there. Oh, my hands are so sore. So sore. But it's getting done, right? All the things, they're getting done. Alright. They're sore. My hands are so sore. They really are. They are so sore because they are working so hard inside my house right now, painting. But so what I've done is, the people before me, if you are new here and you don't know this story already, the people before me decided they wanted an accent wall, I guess, and they did that faux brick, but it's the real brick pieces, like a quarter of an inch of a slice of a real brick is what I have on the wall, which is fine. I wouldn't mind an accent wall. I love that idea. So what's happening is these fuzzies that are inside here, they're coming off. But this is what we have so far. I'm gonna go this way. And so anyways, long story short, they put black grout. I'm just going to start snipping away at some of these flowers. They put black grout down on, they put black grout, period. I don't like the black grout, so I've been zhuzhing it up and getting rid of the black grout, but it's been a tedious project. I have actually had to I can't talk and walk at the same time. I have actually had to go in with I swear to God, I was going to say a toothbrush, a paintbrush, maybe a little bit bigger than that. Can you see that next to me? In the grout, because they didn't even do a smooth grout. They did a terrible job at it. So I'm gonna need 2 of these. So they didn't do a good job at it, which is making my job so much harder. So it's all bumpy. The grout is all bumpy. So I actually have been taking a small paintbrush, which has kind of been fun. I'm not complaining. It's making my job a lot harder than it had to be, but it's a satisfying little job. But I have to stipple because I can't paint it because they didn't smooth out the grout. You know how you have bricks and they smooth out the grout? This is so bumpy. It's horrible. Horrible. So it has really, really made my job a lot harder. I'm going to twist this little piece of lamb's ear to work for me. I don't like the way that was. And then I'm just going to take these 2 little bunches, and I don't know, I'm going to stick them in this way, I guess. So let's cut that off smaller. I guess the more you do, you know, the more you play around with doing flower arranging, the better you get, you know. You just kind of start feeling for it. But It's just an odd thing to me that it just never came easy to me. So, and it still doesn't. And it's funny because I have a designing eye, but not when it comes to flowers. Okay. I think that is going to do it. I don't see where we would need any more. I'm going to stop where I'm at. Maybe we could put a leaf. Nah. I'm thinking nah. All right, less is more sometimes, right? So let's just stop here for now. And we are going to take a bee. And we have to cut this bee off because it comes on a whole flower. So I'm just going to try to cut this out ever so gently. And I'm trying to go around these little bitty legs. So I was saying earlier, I'm so excited. My sister is coming on vacation. She is coming on vacation, but she's also, let's just stick this here for now. She is coming on vacation, but she is also, let's see, she's also coming to help me paint. Let's do Be Kind. And we're just going to stick it down and commit. That's my biggest problem, is committing. I could take all day and be like, where should I put it? But sometimes I just have to go, okay, commit. So we have that one on there, which is really cute. Really cute. And I don't know if we will put another bee maybe down here. Let's look. Do we have smaller bees? We have a bee. Let's take one of these bees. Let's just take this whole cling, because this one has, you could even, if you don't have a cricket, I didn't even know, I didn't even realize this. You can buy this, it says Be Happy. And mine says Be Kind, but you could put Be Happy on already without even a cricket. It already says Be Happy. So I just want my bee, and I'm going to go, I like the little dotted lines that says that this little bee is flying around, happily buzzing around the flowers. So I'm going to try to keep those. And then, let's see, to keep it, I'll go, yeah, we'll try that. Okay, so this is, I'm going to cut off some of the excess see-through sticker. We are going to put Mod Podge over this, just to make sure that these stay put. Oh, I just lost half of those. Okay, oh well, cut it too close. That happens. All right. Let's see. Just trim it up a little. Probably should have had my smaller scissors for one thing. Alright, this project, let's see, I'm going to put this bee right down. Do we want two bees going this way? No. I'm going to have this bee going right over here. Just like that. Gotta commit, Jill. Gotta commit. Alright. Can't commit. Can't commit. I'm going to take this curly Q off. That's what's bothering me. And you know what? Let's get some smaller scissors, so we don't do the same thing we just did a minute ago. There. Alright, that should be better. It was interrupting my bee. Alright, now just push this guy down, and then I'm just going to give it a good little smoothing out with that. And then we should not have put this here, but I'm going to give this a little Mod Podge just to make sure that our bee and our words stay put. So I'm going to be right back. Let me get this set up. So I'm just going to pour. I'm going to hold my flowers up, like I said, learn from my mistakes, and I'm just going to drizzle. I was in too much of a hurry to start putting on the flowers. I'm just drizzling over my words and paint with Mod Podge. I'm giving it a good coating because this is sealing it in. Sealing it in nicely. And I'm using a gloss. There's a glue gobber. I'm using a gloss Mod Podge from the Dollar Tree, because the behind the bees are shiny, and we want the whole thing to match. So I want the whole thing to be shiny and nice and protected. And this will do it. We're gonna put a little hanger on this, but other than that, this project is finished. We just need a little hanger. And it is so cute already. And then I'm just trying to smooth out the Mod Podge all in one direction. I'm not sure if I should put this brush away yet or not. Let's see. This I put a second here. Okay, let's put this aside to dry. Here, let me give you a little look-see. Let's see, where is the top? Like that. That's what we have so far, and it still has to dry. Let's put some stuff out of our way here. Give ourselves some room to do something here. All right, so I'm gonna bead, I'm gonna make a beaded hanger for that, but I want to take, I don't know, I don't like the yellow, so I have some yellow beads here from the Dollar Tree, and I'm only gonna use a couple, but I don't like the yellow. They're more of a pale yellow, so I'm gonna take my yellow paint and paint a couple of them over. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know, some of these are not even the same size, but I think that's it. Those are the biggest ones. So I'm going to, I'm only going to use a couple of these. And what I like to do, and I saved some of my yellow apple barrel paint, what I like to do is take a skewer and I like to put a little bead, a little drop of glue there. And then I like to, actually, I'll do it this way. That stops my bead. See what I'm saying? And then I should have, okay, and then I usually do the whole stick, but these beads, these beads do not look like they're gonna go through my skewer. I don't know if you can see that, but let's see if we can pierce that through a little better. Now, if that slides down, I will take another dot of glue and stick it on my skewer. Just a tiny bit, just so that that bead doesn't slide, okay? And then I'm gonna do another one, if it will go through. I think this one's good, yeah. So I'm gonna stick another little glue dab. And stick it through, and I guess I'll do one more because we kind of have too little and too big. So let's do one more here. And stick that one on. Now, you can, if you're doing a whole bunch of beads, you can, the best way to do it is to stick them in like a bowl, like a styrofoam bowl from the Dollar Tree, and throw some paint in there and roll them all around. But I'm only doing 4, so we're just going to do it this way. And that will be quick enough for us. Whoop, put the whole thing in there. So I'm going to use this Mod Podge brush, that's fine. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of the yellow that we did our wood with, so that it will kind of match. And then we're going to do black beads and yellow beads. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Who knows the rest of that song? I know you know, Doreen. Are you watching today? If you are, hi, Doreen. Yeah. So anyways, we're just going to make these beads match the beads, the yellow on our little Be Kind sign that is coming out so cute. I was going to write Be Well. Did I say that already? Because this will be going to the doctor's office, but I kind of like to Be Kind better. Whoops. A little string in that one. So I'm just going to dry these up. Alright, so now we should be able to take these beads right off the stick. Nice and dry. And we're going to take the piece that came off of our board, our little jute hanger, and we're going to put the front, let's see, we're going to feed it through the back where there was still a knot on this end. You know what, I need to put a little bit of hot glue on the end of this just to get the little bit of it more like a needle. That way makes it a little bit easier to thread if it's not all fraying, you know what I mean? So we're going to go through the back and out the front, and then we're going to put on one of these small yellow beads from the Dollar Tree. Nope, I changed my mind. We're going to do black. And the black ones come from Walmart at Christmas time. So I'm going to do a couple black and then a yellow and a couple black and then a yellow, and I'm just going to keep going back and forth. Because I like getting these at Christmas time because they are, that's a bad one that has a bad hole in it. At Christmas time you get, I think I paid like $5 and you get tons on the strand. Alright, so I got 2 black, and now I'm going to do a yellow. And I'm just going to keep alternating the 2. But yeah, if at Christmas time, if you have the opportunity to get these, especially at clearance time. Now I've got 2 in a yellow, 2, and I'm going to put a yellow, but I'm going to do a big yellow this time. I'm going to put a couple more black, especially after Christmas when you can get them on clearance. That is the best. So I just buy them and I just take off the, so now I'm going to do another small yellow. I just take them off of the string that they come with. And I got these amazing jars at the Dollar Tree, but they're square and they have clear covers. I take all the beads off and I just stick them in these. Look, doesn't that look like black olives? It makes me hungry. All right, where am I here? I need 2 more black. And that gives you tons of beads. My sister is the one that started that, and I thought, wow, isn't that smart? She's so smart. So now I say I get those beads at Christmas. I sure do. And I have one that I got after Christmas on clearance. I was only lucky enough to find one they were in, I think they were in the red and white, or maybe they were in the gray and white. I think it might have been gray and white, actually, gray and white. All right, so that is what I have, black and yellow beads on my string, and now I'm going to just carry this through and feed it through the other hole. And I'm just going to make a little knot at this end. I'll make a double knot. Just feels safer, right? Oh, I missed completely that one, so now it's going to be a triple knot. It's my sore fingers for you, but that's all right. All right, so now we have, let's put these 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so this is our little hanger. How cute is this? I am so thrilled with this. It is so cute. It doesn't need a bow. It'll take away if we do a bow. I love this. This came out so cute. And I love be kind, right? Everybody needs a reminder to be kind, especially at the doctor's office. I was going to write be well, which is a nice message too, especially at the doctor's office. But I think it's more important that everybody be reminded to be kind. That's what I'm thinking. Be kind. Those poor ladies, hi girls, they put up with so much there. Just be kind. Every doctor's office, be kind. Everywhere you go, when you're at the grocery store, be kind. Just be kind. You never know what the other person is going through. They might have just experienced a death in their family. They might have just gotten a terrible diagnosis, or you just don't know what somebody else is going through. And so give them a smile. It makes you smile. If you smile at everybody else, before you know it, you're smiling. So smile and people will smile back, and even if they don't, you gave them a smile. That's all good. It's all good. Hey, this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. And sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this with your friends, family, and social media. It really, really helps my channel grow. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I'm noticing all of you. And I just want to say thanks for the comments. Those really help too. And yeah, you guys are really just, thank you so much. You're very, very helpful, and it's so much fun. I'm gonna do a meet and greet. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I've had 2 subscribers that are interested in private messaging. So if you are in, I don't know, 25 miles from Dade City, 50 miles, I don't know, we are going to pick a place. I don't know where yet, but just know that that is on the agenda soon. So I don't know. That'll be fun to meet some of you face to face. That will be so much fun. All right, well, until the next time that I see you, it will not be tomorrow because I do take Sundays off. So I will see you Monday at 7 p.m. And until then, be good and do good. Bye now.